Welcome to the Water People podcast. I'm your host, Lauren Hill, and my co-host is Dave Rastovich. This season is supported by Patagonia, whose purpose-driven mission is to use business to save our home planet. We acknowledge the Bundjalung Nation, the first and ongoing custodians of the land and waters where we work and play, who have lived, worked, and cared for this sea country for tens of thousands of years. Respect and gratitude to all First Nations people who continue to practice the cultural, spiritual, and educational customs of their ancestors. Today, we're in conversation with surfer Kshisya Tachanskaya, who recently fled her home country of Ukraine with her two children to find refuge along the coast of Portugal, while her husband stayed behind to assist in the war effort. Kshisya is part of Ukraine's tight-knit surfing community who enjoy the couple of wind swells that the Black Sea delivers each year. Before she found surfing, Kshisya grew up river water skiing with her dad, and later opened Kiev's City Swell Club and worked as a wake surf instructor. Shortly after her arrival in Portugal, Kshisya got to work doing what she could to contribute, hosting Good Days surf camps for the many refugee families now without community, homes, or support. More than 12 million people have been displaced from their Ukrainian homes, forced out by Russian attacks. Kshisya has received hundreds of applications for her Good Days surf camp sessions and is seeking further support to help cover the costs of providing free access to the camps that include surf and skate lessons, but also ocean safety and literacy, food, psychological counseling, as well as yoga and meditation classes. Her mission: to share the ocean's healing with as many as possible. To learn more or to sponsor Ukrainian families at Kshisya's camp, head to gooddays.surf/refugees. We'll include a link in the show notes. So we always begin these conversations by asking about a time or experience after which you were never the same. Can you share a story like that with us?
I have a lot of story like this, but now more like important thing what happened with me and what changed my life. It's what happened in my country. 24 February. One day I just woke up and realized that the war started. And after the first bomb, first rocket in front of my house, I just woke up my kids, and it was a terrible day because after this day my life absolutely changed. And all day we was waiting and was praying that everything stopped, but no, all day was a lot of sirens, and we run and downstairs in a hidden place with my kids 5 or 6 times. And in the end of the day, I decided to grab my kids and to go somewhere more safety place. It's west of Ukraine. And we sit in my car and grab just one bag with clothes and was driving like 25 hours. Super long way because it was hard with gasoline, with traffic jam, with a lot of stuff. People was in stress, super in shock. But we got west of Ukraine, and we decided to stop and wait a couple days and come back home in Kiev. But the situation was worse, and we decided to go to Portugal with my kids because it's just one place in all Europe which I know more or less. I was traveling during the 5 years, every spring and autumn for surfing, for vacation, And as I fall in love in surfing 5 years ago, I always remember my first green wave. Actually, surfing changed my life before, 5 years ago. That's why I go in. And it's amazing story. One more story, how it's changed my life. And I can say a lot of my friends. Yes. So when we decided to go to Portugal, I have one friend with me. She was living during the 8 years in Portugal, but she as well Ukrainian. And at that time, she was visited parents in Kiev, and it was some magic because we met there and I said, Tanya, we have to go straight away because, just more safety place for our kids because it's too much for them. And I was driving 5 days around the Europe and we came to Balial. And first month was super hard because everyday news, every day some bad things happened in my country with my friends or my just people which I know. And I was preparing the things here to try to organize the life for my kids. And then I realized that a lot of women like me with the kids had to leave the houses, the homeland, and came somewhere here in Europe. And it's so hard to be without friends, without any support. And for kids as well, it's hard without language, without community, And I decided to make a charity initiative as I know how the ocean helps, how the nature helps, how the surfing helps. And I decided to help all people, all mothers with kids who are already here in Europe. Yeah, because, for example, for me, the first thing was when I arrived to Portugal, I grabbed my kids and we went to the ocean straight away, just to clean our brain and to switch attention, just to be in the water. And thanks God, my kids start be more calm, more relaxed. They went surfing almost every day. And I start feeling that, okay, I have to do something good. I can't sit just in my kitchen reading the news because a lot of my friends there in Ukraine, they help to everybody, to military, to army, to people, to refugees. And I decided that I can do the surf camps for people, for kids and mothers. And I posted just one video with to asking the world, hey guys, who can help us to collect some money? I would love to organize the charity camp and to attract kids to the surfing. And I'm sure that super big psychological support, like rehabilitation after all this situation in my country. And I was so surprised because a lot of people start sharing this video, start sending like 10 euro, 15 euros. And I collected the budget, the 3,500 euros. And straight away, I decided to organize the first charity camp for 16 kids. And when I started, when these kids arrived, they were all like super upset. But after first day of surfing, these kids like switch attention. They start smiling, happy, enjoyed it. And it helped me as well to be more motivated to understand that the life continues. That a lot of people around support with open heart, with desire to help. And it was incredible. I can say that this first charity camp, when I saw the kids happy, when I saw how the surfing changed their mood, their attitude, I realized that I would love to continue and I would love to attract more kids to the water, more kids to the nature, ocean, and teach them how to surf. And this all things a lot of changed my life like this.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm so sorry about what's happening in your homelands. And I'm so sorry that your family and your community has been uprooted. It just seems incredibly unfair. You've just escaped war in your homeland. You have 2 children to look after and a partner who's still in the way of danger back home. You could have easily and totally understandably just gotten on with your own life, tried to make normal for your own family. What made you want to give through Good Days Surf Camp instead of just receiving support? What inspired you to support others even when you are so deserving of support in this challenging time?
Well, just one thing, as I so love surfing, and last year I created my small project just for my soul. It's a Good Days Surf Camp, but it was commercial, regular camp, yes. But my idea was to show kids more nature, because nowadays our kids always in gadgets, playing some games, and I thought, oh my God, it's so incredible to connect with nature, and how many skills surfing gave us. For example, confidence, patience, and a lot of really important skills, which every kid can use in normal life. It's so connected with the surfing. I feel a lot of help, and really important in our life. And my idea was to start this small project to show kids how surfing is. And I was surprised because it works. All kids who arrived to my camp in the first day, they just forgot about gadgets, about all this stuff, and they start discovering. Every day they have a lot of good emotions to share with the parents and I'm sure it's like a change a lot of things in life. Everybody who tried once and who enjoyed and who really feel what is it. And yes, and of course, it always inspired me, because I have I had my job in Ukraine, but this project was just for my soul, just to share my love of surfing with kids.
You wrote that your goal was to share the healing power of the ocean and of surfing, and I'm really curious to know, when did you learn about the ocean's healing power?
5 years ago, I started my surfing experience, and it was the surf camp, and I was catching I never forgot this wave, this green wave, amazing, incredible, which I caught. And after this wave, I fall in love in surfing. I can say that I felt so much power inside. I start believing my power. I start understand that I can do everything what I want, because it's that feelings makes me like crazy. I changed my normal life. For example, I left my work after this experience, and I changed that. I realized that I want to do what I really want, what I really feel. I opened my agency. And then we have some community in Ukraine, surf community. And a friend of mine, the owner of this community, invited me to be like a team leader and to bring people from Ukraine to Portugal and to organize the camp. And I was so happy to do it, because I would love to share everything what I feel with people. And then I started doing these camps, and I saw how many changes in life to all people who was with me happened. For example, some girls who cannot change something in relationship after surfing, she said, now I feel that I can do everything what I want. And she changed the relationship and starts a new life, like from the new list in the book, a new page. another guy left the work, the office work, and moved to France. Just bought some small car, some old surfboard, and start living like this. So, and I have a lot of cases. For example, in one of my camp was a guy from California. And a girl from Kiev. So she met each other in my camp. She started surfing with my program, and we had a lot of activities, and they fall in love to each other. And after this camp, they had a big trip around all the world, like Hawaii, Australia, and Sri Lanka. And in 1 year, she came back to Portugal, to my camp, just to hug me, to say thank you, Kshisya, that you showed us surfing, and we met. And now it's family, and they have a baby, and they live in America. So, when I think about these things, I understand how nature, ocean, surfing can change us. Yes, it's just, it can clean everything what we don't need, and it's bring us something really good. You have to just open your eyes and try to feel it, try to understand.
Yeah, beautiful. That's such wonderful sharing, and you really have joined the surfing community around the world with the way you're talking right now, because pretty much every country, every community, all kinds of ages and interests people have. If they're surfing, it seems like there is a feeling of empowerment, like you're saying. There is a clarity when it comes to decision making about what is important and what is not important. And it's really wonderful to hear you speak about this, especially from a part of the world that hasn't really been a part of the surfing story until quite recently. And I know Lauren and I were both wondering if you could paint a little picture of the Ukrainian surfing experience back home for us. What is the water like? How are the waves? And what kind of community do you have there?
We don't have the ocean there. Yes. But we have a Black Sea, and sometimes 2 times per year we have a swell in the Black Sea. And for us, it's just amazing when you have an opportunity to go to another country closer to the ocean. The people who had experience and fall in love with surfing, they always wait these days to go to Odessa and to catch some waves there. So it's usually 2 or 3 days, but it's possible. And I have a friend, he organized the Surf Federation of Ukraine at 2019. And the guys really did a lot of things, good things to make this. And they took part in competition, in the world competition. So we have a couple Ukrainian surfers, really, really talented and professional. And we keep in touch always. And now they prepare to event in California, surfing games. So probably some Ukrainian surfers will go there and took part. I hope so.
Apologies for the interruption while we take a moment to thank the folks who help make the podcast possible. Sunbutter Skincare is committed to protecting people and the planet. They make vegan, reef-safe SPF 50 sunscreen packaged in reusable and recyclable tins. They're also the world's first certified palm oil-free sunscreen brand. Check out sunbutter.com.au to learn more about their skin and ocean-friendly lines of sunscreen, surf zinc, and skincare. Sanook has been advocating for a more playful and inclusive surfing culture for more than 2 decades while crafting some of the comfiest footwear around. Thanks for your support, Sanook, and for encouraging water people around the globe to protect their happy places. Learn more about Sanuk's partnership with the Surfrider Foundation at sanuk.com. Thanks also to Gary McNeil Concepts, who build cosmic surfboards for cosmic people. Gaz's boards combine recycled and plant-based materials that are built to last without sacrificing performance. To learn more, head to GaryMcNeilConcepts.com.
So in this time now of craziness and conflict, is the surfing community from the Ukraine, are you all communicating with each other and speaking regularly? Is there a type of like surfing family that is staying in touch with each other at this point in time?
We all try to keep in touch, and we support each other. I can say a lot of people still in Ukraine. They haven't possibility to go somewhere. Yeah, for example, all men have to be in country. It's not available to left to change the place. And but as well, some of surfers, Ukrainian surfers, moved to Portugal as well, to Spain. So they try to go surfing almost every day, and but for all us was not easy go in the ocean first days, first weeks after the war started. It was like you absolutely don't feel nothing. You cannot go because your family still bombs with rockets, with the sirens, and you feel like, oh my God, I can't do this. But and with me it was the same. But my husband called me and said, Kshisya, if you don't go surfing straight away right now, never call me, because if you will have if you will happy, if you go to the ocean, if you send me just your smile after your surf session, believe me, I will have a lot of power to protect the country, to continue help, to continue support army, and And I realized that I start posting and I start interact all surfers from Ukraine who are already in Europe. Just guys, you have to go to the ocean. You know how it works, and we have to alive. We have to continue our life, and it's a big chance. If you already close to the ocean, please go and do it. Yeah, so like this. But I'm sad that a lot of people still there and they cannot. But they like follow us in Instagram and always send us such a good words and say that please post more ocean, more surfing, because it's something like a sun during the night, to see that our friends can enjoy it a little bit. Yeah.
How do you explain to your children what's happening back at home?
So, my kids at 11 years old and 8 years old, they already understand everything. They saw the rockets, they heard the sirens. So they during our way. So I prefer to be open with them and to explain. As well, my son, he loves history and he knows more than me. Yeah, and he understands this whole political stuff, and they just pray every evening before they go sleep about grandmother, grandfather, our dad, and just we all wait that one day we can be together in one table and have a dinner. Sorry, guys, it's super fun to. Yeah, but we try to be positive and do our best. That's why I try to help all kids what I know who are around me, and because I understand what they feel to be super far away from the house, from their dads, fathers. And surfing, it's a big opportunity to understand that the life continue, the life can be nice, can be amazing there. Yeah, and all who was surfing with me after session said, "Oh my God, we're so happy," and it makes me more motivated every day to keep going. Yeah, like this. And my kids helps me with this a lot. They feel that they are a part of this big charity initiative.
Becoming clearer and clearer these days, with so many people around the world picking up surfboards or making surfboards out of pieces of timber or whatever they can find in order to get through their days. And there are stories throughout parts of Africa, places like Liberia or Sierra Leone, where people have lived through long conflict or radical health problems like Ebola. And those people along those coastlines have spoken about how important and how meaningful it was for them to be able to go surfing, and just to have a short little surf here and there meant so much to so many people. So I know that for us to be able to help share your story and how meaningful something like, catching a tiny little wave for a couple of seconds, how meaningful that is definitely something that a lot of people around the world can relate to. So like Lauren said, we're so sorry to hear what you're going through. Though right now I do feel like your story will continue to lift other people and remind people how meaningful something like the ocean and our health and the opportunity to go surfing is. So I hope we can just help share your story as much as we can.
Thank you, guys.
Because it's very meaningful and touching.
Thank you. I'm grateful for, when I understand that people think like me and try to help, and even sometimes one good word helps a lot to keep going, because I'm new and brand new in charity initiative. It was like I just saw the goal and I start doing what I know. And of course, all these 4 months, I hadn't any day off. I'm always working, try to send the mail, try to find the solution, how to do it. It's not easy, but when you see the result, it's just incredible. Yeah, and I'm grateful for your support and for that you are. Yeah.
How is your family doing back in Ukraine? How is your husband? What's the word on the ground?
Well, now everything okay. They are safety. Was a terrible period in the first weeks when I just arrived to Portugal. I lost connection with my parents. During 10 days, I didn't know what happened with them, and I didn't sleep, I didn't eat. So it was super stressful period, because the village when they live was in a worse area, close to the Bucha. It's like in a circle of Russian soldiers. So I tried to do all my best to find them, and a lot of people, I'm super thankful, start sharing information, start helping me to find the parents. And we did it. We found them, and we organized our safety plan, how to took them from that area. Yes, and from here, from Portugal, I was coordinating all things, and we saved 35 families from there. And after this, they are organize them some space in west of Ukraine, and now they safety already a little bit relaxed. So but was a super hard time to find them and to do it. Yeah. now, like in Ukraine, every day sirens, every day some rockets. People start living at this I don't know how to say situation. It's like a new reality for everybody who's there. They continue helping to military, to people who don't have houses, who don't have nothing, which cities destroyed it absolutely. So Ukrainians like one big family, and everybody try to support each other. And it's amazing because you see how people can be open, can be kind, and can help each other.
It's so unimaginable if you haven't been in the position that you're in, but it's also so beautiful to know that people do rise up and communities stand together. And it seems like in many ways, war is about trying to erase or destroy a culture. Has that felt true for the war in your homeland? I'm just curious to know more about what you're proud of as a Ukrainian, what it means to be from Ukraine.
Well, for us, Ukrainians, it's to be brave, always. To be, and I feel how many changes in my life. I feel a lot of power. I'm super tired. I'm like out of my limit, but I feel I'm brave. And all people feel the same. They feel such a big power to protect, to save our country, to be Ukrainian. Now it's for all us. It's the most important thing to save more in Ukrainians and our country. Yeah.
What's the best way for those of us who are now connected to you through your story, through your surfing kinship? How can we best support you, your family, and your work with Good Days Surf Camp?
I will thankful every help what you can do, but if you can share just my initiative, some article or some my website or something, just to show more people who can support with money, with some, I don't know, some stuff. For example, for now, I have 357 applications from refugees in my camps. So it's a lot. And I understand that it's I need to find like every day to find a way how to keep going, how to continue. I already did camps, four camps for 115 kids. Yes. So
wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's already, and all of them, they fall in surfing. They say that, Kshisya, we will pro surfing. We will be pro surfers. We will catch some barrels and you will see us in magazine. And it's so nice.
It's so good. It's so important to have those dreams, and surfing is so good at making those dreams for us.
Yes, and now they will live in Europe, in Portugal, and the most important thing, they can keep going, and it's so cool. And now more 357 families waiting my invitation to the camp, but it's not easy to find the support, to find the brands. Like I before in the beginning, I just opened my foundation and posted that video with asking the world, and all my friends start sharing this. And as well, some friends from America, they helped me to collect some money. But then I understand that people maybe a little bit tired to donate to. We have a lot of another things in the world which needs, and I change my focus to surf community, to some brands, big brands who maybe will interesting to support us. And thanks God, one day I found a connection with Billabong Europe, and they called me and said, Kshisya, we so love your initiative. Let's do an International Surfing Day together. And we did this amazing day. I invited 40 families in this event from Ukraine, refugees, and we organized like a full day activities, everything with surfing, with some surf lection, like masterclass with from a local shaper. Then we taught kids how to take care of the ocean, to collect the trash in the beach, how it's important to make a recycle and all stuff. So it was an incredible day, and Billabong invited all athletes, and they was taught our kids surfing. Imagine first surfing with pro surfers. It was so nice. And then I sent it like 200 emails for different companies, but nobody answered me. And every day it's more hard and hard find the money to keep going. So yes, every sharing my video or my initiative or some article, or maybe the people who will interesting, just like some companies or brands, I will super thankful, and I can continue the project and invite all of this family who wait in this.
Yeah, we hope anyone listening who feels moved by your story reaches out and contributes in a way that feels appropriate or stokes them out. You're doing such important work.
Thank you.
Kshisya, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. In closing, what's your greatest wish in life right now?
Well, I'm a person who always dream and always create something for my future, my life. But now all my focus, all my goal, it's to help all these people who in need, and of course I would love to work started and we come back to our normal life. Yes, and and my family will be together. That's it. That's it for now. Yes.
Well, we're hoping that everyone who's listening to this can say a prayer for you and for that dream to come true, and can go catch a wave for you and any of the Ukrainian surfers who would love to be surfing right now. Go, listeners, everyone, go to the beach, go catch a wave for our surfing friends and surfing family who can't get there right now. I really, both Laura and I are very grateful for your time, and incredibly moved by what you're doing and the work you're putting in for other people. And I really hope everyone who's listening to this can pass this on to others and do what we can to help fellow surfers, fellow humans, those of us who are in a rough time right now, to get through it and get back to those sunny days and those long days at the beach, being with our family and our loved ones and our kids. And hopefully we get to meet you all in person and go surfing together too one day.
Nice. Thank you, guys. So my heart full of love, full of grateful. Yeah, and it was so nice to have this conversation and to chat with you. Yeah.
Thanks for listening with us today. If you have a spare moment, please leave us a review or share an episode with a friend. Both help us to grow the podcast, which helps us find the best stories from our global community of water people. Our editor this season is Tiffany, Richmond. The podcast soundtrack was composed by Shannon Soul Carroll, with additional tunes improvised by Dave and goofy-footed legends Neil Purchase Jr. and Christian Barker. Our visual artist in residence this season is Matt Allen. He's a photographer, graphic designer, and fine artist. You'll find his work on the Water People Instagram this season, and you can find his portfolio and prints on mattallen.com. We'll be continuing today's conversation on Instagram, where we're at Water People Podcast.